Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today on my channel. I have a Christmas layout for you guys. This is my second project for the month of December for Papers and Beyond, and it's using their December kit, Hello Winter. And surprise, surprise, both of my layouts this month have been Christmas themed and not winter. That's just the way I roll, guys. These are the pictures that I wanted to scrapbook, and this kit totally can do both. You got winter pictures, get this kit. You have Christmas pictures you need to scrapbook, get this kit. It works. Trust me, I made 2 layouts already with it, and I'm going to document the rest of my holiday photos with this kit. So I have, guys, I know Santa Claus. Okay, so earlier this month, my husband and I, we do some volunteer work at like a retirement home, and my husband every year dresses up like Santa, and we go to each residence room and we hand deliver them personalized cards from the community. So we have like a school that gets involved and like other people from the community. So this is the second year I got to take a photo with Santa, but this is my first year actually documenting it. And so yeah, so this was the picture that I wanted to scrapbook, and that's what I did. And I showed you at the beginning of the video that I printed it out like 53,000 times because I couldn't decide what format I wanted it to be in. So these pictures here I printed at Costco, and so I printed them in 5x5 form, and then I also printed them in the regular 4x6 size, and then I also made them smaller in an app that I have on my phone, which is called Print to Size, and then I printed that size as well. And I don't know what size it was, but it's smaller than a 4x6. It prints out on a 4x6, but there's a lot of white space. So finally, and I also printed in black and white because I just couldn't decide. So ultimately, I decided that I was going to document this 5x5 photo in color, and that's what I chose. So here I'm working on my title. So my title will be Snuggle Time with Santa, and this thicker set here is from Pebbles. This is from my own stash. So I pulled out letters for the title, and it's actually from a baby set. It came out, I think, either earlier this year or the end of last year, so it's just been sitting in my stash. And sorry, you can probably hear my girls in the background. I asked them for 5 minutes apiece, and I'd reward them with a popsicle, and they're screaming their faces off. Anyway, they'll be fine. They're just fighting over toys. And so, okay, back to the letters. So, yeah, so the Snuggle Time is from like a baby girl set from Pebbles, and I just had that in my stash. And then the second one is the Santa is another gold foil, and that is called, I think, Shoebox, and that's another thicker. And then for the word with, I just pulled out my October afternoon mini markets, and these are difficult to find apparently. I'm going to be sad when I run out of them because I use them for small things like dates or mixing different fonts in my titles, when I have to add words like the, with, of, a. I use those ones, right? Sometimes, depending on like the type of look that I'm going for. I'm going to interrupt myself here, but I ran out of T's and I still wanted to use this font here, so I just made a T. It works just fine. I cut a piece off the F and glued it to my T. You can barely tell. So my lighting goes really wonky. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know if it's my like overhead lights. I don't know, but sometimes my color is really bright and sometimes it really washes out. I think for the new year, I'm going to invest in some studio lights. I don't even know if that'll make a difference because I have like very powerful lights overhead that hang over my desk as well as like lights where I am. So I don't know what the issue is. I don't think it's my camera. It's got to be the lighting, but I originally was recording without the mat in the background, but my craft table is actually my old dining room table. It's not a dining room table. I'm lying to you. When I had a like a boutique, this was the table that I had consultations at, and so then it came home and it was our dining room table, and it's like a really heavy duty. This thing weighs like a majillion pounds, and it's high gloss Italian varnish, and it's white. And so I think the light reflects off of there, and I'm thinking that's why my lights go wonky. I don't know. Anyways, back to the layout, guys. Thanks for letting me ramble. You guys are the best. I'm going through the ephemera packs. In this collection, if I hadn't already mentioned, there are two collections, the Echo Park Celebrate Winter, and then there's the Carta Bella Let It Snow. So both collections work really, really well together. This little piece here said, let's snuggle. Like, how perfect was that for this layout? Like, I know it's about winter, let's snuggle, hot cocoa, marshmallows, you know, watch a movie on the couch, you know. No, let's snuggle with Santa Claus. And this little deer, this is from, I want to say the Carta Bella from Echo Park, okay. He was just so adorable, and I had to add him to the layout. He has nothing to do with the layout. This layout is not about reindeer, but maybe because Santa has a reindeer and it works out just fine. That's Rudolph, right? He belongs with, you know, Santa, or in a layout with Santa. So yeah. So I'm just adding some snowflakes in and around the layout as well. These ones, mainly I used a lot of the chipboard. I didn't use too much of the ephemera. I was just, I don't know, that's what happened today when I started working. I was really gravitated towards the chipboard pieces. And that happens, right? Everyone scrapbooks differently on different days. Like, I know me, sometimes I'm really paper heavy, and sometimes I'm really embellishment heavy. And today was a day that I was very chipboard, ephemera heavy. So that's where most of the decor comes from for the layout. Now I'm going through the brads, and I'm going to chop off the back with some metal cutters, some like metal snips. So I'm using like the blue diamondy looking ones, and I'm just using my hot glue gun to secure them down. Really easy peasy, nothing over the top. And then here's when I start thinking that my layout needs to be grounded. And so I decide that I'm going to back my layout, and I'm glad that I did this because it anchored my page, it grounded my page. Here I am taking off an 1/8 of an inch around the entire layout, off of 3 sides actually. One side I did half an inch, yeah. Anyways, it made it even all the way around. And I'm really glad I did this, like I mentioned, because it really anchored my layout, and all those dark pieces of shadows, you know, like hair, dark hair, it really balanced everything out. So I'm really glad that I did this. Here I am just sticking everything down. And I put the glue on the background paper instead of putting it on the back of my layout because I had already done all my embellishing. And I didn't want to ruin everything, and it would have been impossible to get my ATG gun over everything smoothly. Here I am finishing off with some Heidi Swap Color Shine in the gold, adding some bigger dots here, and that's my layout, guys. I hope you guys will check out Papers and Beyond. Their kits are amazing. If you're interested, they're Canadian based. They are thebomb.com. So I will leave all the links for Liz Lee's store, Papers and Beyond, in the description box below. I hope you guys will check them out. Have a very Merry Christmas, and if I don't talk to you before then, Happy New Year. Take care, guys. Love you so much. Bye.